I can see all the imperfections.
And that's what we're going for. So you can see the depth and the glossiness. What's going on, everybody? We're here with HondaPro Jason.
What's up?
With your Type R.
Yes, sir.
And tell us the story. So you've had this car built from like the ground up. I mean, you had the whole thing repainted. You bought a brand new Type R. You didn't like the color. What was it?
Well, not that I didn't like the color. The Type R should have always come in Phoenix yellow. It's an old Honda Civic Type R color. Okay. And when they released them in 2017, they said that color's not an option. And I said, not an option? Well, I want it to be an option.
You don't know who I am?
No. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build the car exactly how I thought Honda should have built it. And they built an amazing vehicle, but there was a couple little things I wasn't crazy about. One was the color. So I had the car completely stripped down, every bolt, every nut, every washer, all the panels, everything taken apart. The car was 3 months old, had about 3,000 miles on them. Most people have never seen a Type R at that point, and I had mine completely disassembled. Took 8 months to paint it. Painted it Phoenix yellow, which again is an old heritage Honda color. And then to make matters even crazier, I decided to install a carbon fiber roof. So they had to cut the roof off my car and install a carbon fiber roof.
Wow. How much crap did you get from everybody from doing this? Like,
at the beginning, it was bad. I had people unsubscribing. I had people saying they hated me. But because they didn't really see my vision.
Right.
And now it's nothing but love. That's awesome. So much love that now Honda made a Civic Type R limited edition based off of my car.
Okay.
Which is crazy. So they made 1,000 of these, 600 for the US, Phoenix yellow. They deleted the rear wiper like I did. Yep. They made a black roof and a black scoop like mine. They put different wheels on it like mine, and then changed the exhaust note slightly.
That's awesome. You actually had it ceramic coated about 4 years ago.
When I first had it painted, I did, yes.
Okay, so you're ceramic coated.
Yep.
4 years ago. We actually just washed it last week. The ceramic coating looks great. It's working. It's performing well.
Good.
But it's been washed how many times by how many different people?
Thousands and thousands. Like, I don't have my own detailer, and I travel a lot. So the car's never gone through like an automatic car wash where there's been like brushes or anything that's touched it. Yeah. But it's been hand washed thousands and thousands of times from everyone from here. It's been hand washed, I'd say from Florida to California to New York, Washington State, all the way up to Canada. Every Honda dealership or every detail shop from here out, everyone's touched this car. And I just figured, you know, it's been ceramic coated. I really don't have to worry about too much. Yeah. But now I've seen little marks in it, like little, I don't want to say swirl marks, but just fine scratches. Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's something that you guys can kind of bring the car back to the way it was 4 years ago.
We can fix it, absolutely. Those we call them love marks. Oh, you know, just from rubbing on the car, you know, it just may not have been 100% proper washing. Even over time, I mean, ceramic coatings there protect it, make the wash much easier, but it's not scratch or bulletproof. You know, a lot of people think I'm getting a ceramic coating and now I can wash it with a brush. I don't need to worry about that. That's not how it is. Unfortunately, it is that you'll get small scratches and swirls where it kind of just dulls the paint. It doesn't have that luster that it used to. So we're gonna get it ready. We're gonna prep it. We're gonna give it a nice polish. Love it. And then we're gonna fix this for you.
And how long will this take?
We got a couple days here. Okay. So I got you a bed in the back.
I have no problem. As long as you feed me and give me a place to rest, I'm good.
Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Right, Jason's car is all prepped and we're gonna do an inspection on it. This was coated 4 years ago, and as you just saw, the coating is performing very well. For a daily driver, for a regular customer, I would recommend just doing a coating maintenance and send this on the way because it still looks really, really great. But this is Jason's show car. He takes it to a lot of different shows. It's his media car, and we want it to look top-notch, 100%. What can happen after time, after many, many washes, you can start to get small swirl marks that can deter the car from looking its absolute best. So when you get it out in the bright sun, you can see these small swirl marks and small scratches on the car, and that's what we want to correct. So we got it in the bright light. We're gonna bring you in closer and show you what we have in the paint. So when we put a light on this car, it represents the sun. In the bright sun and the bright light, the light will refract off these scratches and swirl marks, and it'll just look a little bit dull. It's not gonna give it the maximum gloss possible. So in order for us to get the maximum gloss out of this car, we have to polish it. So we're gonna polish it, we're gonna remove these scratches. Unfortunately, when we polish the car, we are taking and removing the coating, so we will have to reapply that coating. All right, we just measured the paint. We know this was repainted already, and there's plenty of paint. Everything looks good. We're good to compound and polish this and make this look absolutely beautiful. Come on over here. I want to show you the difference that, so this is our test spot. And I'll show you the difference here from, this is what it was. So you can kind of use the light above you to see.
I can see it, yeah, but I can see all the imperfections.
And that's what we're going for. So you can see the depth and the glossiness.
It's completely different.
Absolutely.
It looks like someone actually has a piece of PPF on this side, and it's all scratched up, and this is, you pulled it off.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. And that's where the glossiness and the depth comes from. When you bring it outside, you have that sun hitting it, and it reflects really nice.
That's amazing.
If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you guys want to see some more. We love making these videos for you, and giving us that thumbs up keeps us going. And we have a complete list of the products that we used in this video in the description below. So day number 3 now.
Yeah.
We spent day number 2 polishing and correcting, and
the exciting day, you said, right? The day you look forward to?
Yeah, it's a lot of little tiny stuff, all the trim pieces and stuff, but it looks absolutely gorgeous now.
Thank you.
So now it's time to coat it and protect it.
Okay.
So you've had a coating before.
Yes.
You know what it does. We're gonna apply the coating. We'll show you how it's applied. Okay. Maybe we'll even let you do it.
Wow, neat. I like that, a little hands-on.
But now that it's polished down, we want to protect it, and this is going to make it easier to wash, easier to maintain when you go wash it and everything, and then it has a different glow to it now, doesn't it?
It looks deeper and richer.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Now, if you didn't do a ceramic coating, you just left the car go like this, it still has a clear coat. It's still okay. Yeah. It just wouldn't have that extra layer of protection, the ease of cleaning, things like that.
So now you have an opportunity. We can use any type of protection. So we can use a spray wax, you can use a wax, we can use a paint sealant. Okay. What a coating is, it's much thicker, so it's more durable. You don't have to do it every 3 to 4 months. And when you're doing the waxing and everything, it's time. And then you have more of a chance to get wax in parts that you don't want it, like trim pieces or the cracks and the crevices and all that type of stuff too. And it's a longer, more durable, thicker protection.
Makes sense.
Saves you time.
Love it.
There's also, it's very hydrophobic. So versus a wax or a sealant, it has a higher contact angle. So when you see the hydrophobic properties of a ceramic coating, like when you go wash it, like we can tell when something's ceramic coated because the water just seems to fall right off of it and bounce right off of it. It's a different type of reaction when you put water on there.
Makes sense. I've seen a couple of your videos where you've tested it over time.
Yep.
And it's amazing to see which ones hold and don't and how they hold. So that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, the self-cleaning properties are amazing. So you don't have to wash your car as often. So it's great.
Like that too.
Yeah. So you want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
But before we actually start coating, the most important part is the prep. So we polish this thing. We can have polished residue left behind. So it's like a sticker. You want to clean all the dust off of a surface before you actually put a sticker on.
Sure, of course.
Otherwise, you're not going to get that adhesion. It's the same thing with the coating. You want to make sure all those polishing oils are off the car. So we use a surface prep or a panel wipe to wipe the car and get all those panels off to make sure the surface is absolutely naked so we get the best adhesion from our coating.
Sounds great.
So what we're using Crystal Serum Ultra by G-Technic. Okay. And this is a professional line coating, so only authorized installers can use this coating. They got to be vetted.
Smart.
So this is a A coating that's, it's a thicker coating than, you know, your entry-level coatings. We use this on a lot of daily drivers. So we've done a lot of testing with coatings here, and we find that this is a great coating for daily drivers that are being driven in the winter. So with our salty roads and everything, all the weather and everything, this holds up fantastic. There's been a couple coatings that we use that did not hold up through the winter. And this is a fantastic coating that will hold up year after year after year.
So how many bottles do you need for my car?
This is gonna be one bottle. We can do.
So this little bottle will cover my entire car?
That'll do the entire car.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. And
I was kind of kidding. I thought you were gonna say 2 or 3, but that's amazing.
You open it up and it's almost like a clear coat. So it's almost like a syrupy type of clear coat that you're.
So little goes a long way.
Yeah. So what happens is we're gonna wipe this on the car, and the coating that's actually in there's a solvent carrier. So I wipe it on the car, the solvent evaporates, and we're left with the coating droplets, and then we wipe it off, and that is the layer of coating that's going to be sitting on your car.
And that's where I've heard from a lot of people, you have to wipe it off at a certain amount of time. But if you let it sit too long, you could almost ruin the paint.
It's called a flash time. So we want that. We want enough solvents to dissolve out of there, so we have enough product protecting your car, but not too long to where it's actually sticking on your car. So if you leave it on there too long, you can have a high spot, and they're very difficult to remove. Some of them you actually have to sand down to remove if it's there long enough. If we catch it early enough, we can compound and polish it and then recoat it. But our goal is to not have any high spots. We're going to take our time and do it.
Why you have a temperature-controlled system.
Yes.
So less humidity, more humidity, you could probably change that. If you have it even, it's...
Yeah, so this is temperature sensitive. So if you do use it in a humid environment, it's going to flash a lot faster.
Understood.
So being in here, we can leave it on there for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute and then wipe it off.
Okay.
I'll show you how it works. Let's grab some gloves first.
Okay. Okay, so what do we got?
All right, so I'm gonna apply the coating. So we do it in very small sections. So this hood will split into 4 different sections. I'll do this small section first and kind of just show you how it's done, and then I'll let you do the next section.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna mix the bottle up a little bit. Okay. Open it up. We have an applicator pad. So we have 4 different areas that we're gonna use. We're gonna start with just this part up here. And I can use this applicator for 2 to 3 panels depending on how fast we're going. Okay. And then I'll switch to another spot on it. So we have 4 different areas here that we can use.
Okay.
I'm gonna put some coating on the applicator pad. I'm gonna apply it to the panel, and then I'll show you what the flash looks like. All right, so that's about how much we want. I'm gonna start in the middle here, spread it out.
Oh, I can see it. I'm sorry, I didn't even see it before. Now that I have
you see it?
I can see all the haze.
Can you see it? It's almost like a syrup type substance that we're wiping on there.
Yeah. It looks like the protector that the car came with from the manufacturer that they had to peel off.
So you're slowly gonna start to see this coating sweat a little bit. You'll start to see beads as we go. See up in there? Kind of where it's almost sweating.
Yeah.
So that's the solvents evaporating. And as soon as we see that start to sweat like that, that's an indicator that it's time to remove that coating. So we have 3 different towels here. So we lay them here. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So our initial towel is gonna wipe off the majority of the coating, and we'll follow it up with our second, and we'll follow up with our third. Okay. And then we'll go to different angles just to make sure that all of this coating is removed. And you'll feel it when you're wiping it off. It's just a little bit sticky, and as we wipe it off, it's gonna get smoother and smoother and smoother.
So you don't flip the rag, you just use another one.
Yep.
Okay.
You can flip it if you want. So I'm wiping it down. And what you'll notice with coatings is sometimes you can push them into other panels.
Oh.
So like if I'm using this coating here, I'm going like this, I can push it into that panel, and that's where you usually end up with a high spot. So I'm gonna wipe this panel with my third towel. And now I can use a separate light, or I can use the lights that we got in here, and just kind of go in different angles, and just to make sure that I don't have any haziness, I've wiped off everything, all that residue. And it looks like we did a pretty good job. I'm checking the adjacent panels to see if I pushed any coating into anywhere. All right, so you can use the same side that I used. You don't need as much coating now because I did prime it for you a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna, that's gonna be enough for you.
Okay.
And you're gonna overlap the section that I did just a little bit, and you'll come to the center, and you'll stop at that body line there.
And I go.
So start right in the middle there.
Start like this.
So you can push it all the way to like that middle line.
Okay.
And then you'll go in back and forth section.
Just like this?
Yep, we're gonna cross hatch it, and we're just gonna make sure that we have good coverage on that entire section of the panel that we just
Okay. And I go this way with it?
out. Yep.
Is there too much force, not enough force?
No, you just don't wanna drop the applicator pad, so yep. And then go right here. And I always kind of just look at my angles just to make sure I have everything covered, and we're looking pretty damn good. So you went a little high on this section because I did this right here.
Okay, okay.
It's all right if we overlapped, it's fine. So what we can do is you can put that face up.
Okay.
And this is our number 1 towel.
Okay.
And our number 2 towel.
Okay. So I'm just waiting to see the sweat first, right?
You're waiting to see it sweat a little bit. And it is kind of humid today. We have the air conditioner in here, but it's still a little humid, so it's gonna go quickly. So you're ready to go.
Okay. So then just...
Yep. Just wipe it off and kind of pull it on the inside. So if you see how you wiped it out there.
I see. I want to
so if you can pull it on the inside,
okay.
Keep everything in. Feel a little stickiness to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Very good. Now use that second one there. And we're wiping just nice and light. So
Okay.
it's easy to get the... There you go. And now your third one is just to make sure that all the residue and haziness, look up in this corner, there's a little excess there.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
So now we're gonna do that to the rest of the vehicle.
Okay.
So after this is all done, it takes 24 hours to cure before you can get it wet.
Okay.
So after 24 hours, if it's raining, you can do that. We ask you for 2 weeks not to wash the car with any chemicals because it's gonna take a two full weeks to fully harden and fully cure. Within that time, you're actually gonna see it get a little bit glossier.
Okay.
And once that's 2 weeks is over, you're good to go. You're good to wash it with normal car wash soap or anything that you want to do. But that's it. But we're gonna go through and we're gonna take some time. So for the next few hours.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this. I got my gloves on.
Where's our guy? Car's coated. We're gonna let it sit overnight. Jason's taking it tomorrow for a show. So he'll see the final product tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow.
What's going on, everybody? My name's HondaPro Jason, and this is my 2017 custom painted Phoenix Yellow Civic Type R. I dropped my car off here at Chicago Auto Pros in Lombard 3 days ago for a wash, paint protection, and ceramic coating. I'm just picking it up now. I cannot believe what the paint looks like. The paint looks wet. I mean, everywhere I look at it, and the plastic, all the paint looks like I just got it out of the paint shop. The wheels were done, the interior was done, the exhaust tips were done. I'm blown away. Like, I knew it was gonna look good, but I didn't know it was gonna look this good. So thank you guys so much for everything you guys did. I appreciate it. Now I can't wait to go show everyone my new ride. As always, guys, but this time from Chicago Auto Pros, I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.